Greetings, chess players, and welcome back to the free winter break chess camp. We are eagerly awaiting the start of our Blitz tournament. Hang on one second, let me adjust my hat. We are eagerly awaiting the start of the winter camp Blitz tournament. This was not required, but is fun, as is always the case with my camps. I understand that, some people find playing the Blitz tournament to be a little stressful, so they have the option of doing some other fun assignments or participating in the Blitz tournament. And we have right now 8 participants with 4 minutes to go, so this should be fun. We are scheduled for 5 rounds, 9 participants. We are scheduled for 5 rounds of 5-minute Blitz games on chess.com. You can still join if you want to, and it's a lot of fun. I'm going to be broadcasting the whole event. Now that I've adjusted my hat, let me finish telling you about what this is and who I am. Daily Chess Musings is an online community of chess enthusiasts. For years and years and years, I ran the chessmusings.wordpress.com website. After getting very ill with COVID in 2020, I upgraded my website and to dailychessmusings.com. So I upgraded it from a .wordpress.com to a .com. And when I did that, I decided to host a free online summer chess camp, and that was really kind of the kickoff, summer 2020, of our community of enthusiasts who follow the Daily Chess Musings blog. And now we've got over 2,000 members in our chess.com club, as well as 2,000 subscribers on YouTube to our Daily Chess Musings channel. And a whole bunch of people have bookmarked and or subscribed to our dailychessmusings.com website. On dailychessmusings.com, I do my best to look at what I find interesting, post puzzles and lessons frequently, as well as run a whole bunch of events, most of which are free. And then when you're ready, if you want to play in a USCF rated, United States Chess Federation rated event, then those options are available as well at a very low cost. And so that's what I do here. And in a moment, we're going to be watching what happens in the Camp Blitz tournament. Hopefully I don't lock myself out of my games. I did that, I think, once. Locked myself out of... Now I've learned that if I lose my tournament somehow, I can always go to dailychessmusings.com and click the link, right, Megan?
You should, yeah.
Yeah, and then I can find the tournament again on chess.com. Because sometimes, if you're playing in the tournament, it's easy to keep track of it. But since I'm not playing, I'm broadcasting, I can misplace it in all the wonderful options that are available on chess.com, and then look a little bit funny looking around for it. And we've got just about 43 seconds left. 10 players now. That's a great number. That is a great number for a 5-round Swiss tournament. Oh, back down to 9. Whoever the 10th player was, I'm trying to look. They should come back. And remember, this is a practice run. As you can see, I need some practice with my broadcasting technique for sure. This is a practice run for the. Oh, here we go. 10 players. Fantastic. We got our 10th player. Let's look at some games. Uh, okay. And let me make sure on my broadcast window you guys are seeing. Yeah, you are. You're seeing what you want to be seeing. So we're seeing Ashwin versus Fuchina. And let's see what we got here. Nice to see you back, Brian. I know Brian is Fuchina and Ashwin. Madi Mora, nice to see you, sir. Brian's a pretty good chess player, as you can tell by his rating, and in fact, we've played each other a few times on the various broadcasts. So we had a let me go through and review how this game got to this point real fast. We have a queen pawn opening with knight c3. Very interesting. So Ashwin's playing an unorthodox kind of queen's pawn opening. Generally, you don't play knight c3 because it blocks in your access to your c pawn. But he's doing quite well. It might have been a good choice for a surprise weapon. F3. Always a dangerous move to scoot the f pawn, because it's going to expose your king. So I'm expecting maybe queen d4, you know, then which is a check, and then king h1, right? But then see, this queen can be a target there, so that's a little dangerous too. And that this is also a good move because it's preparing. It's playing the h5 move in advance of maybe this queen check and the king h1. If I'm white right now, I might just start attacking this queen. I know my knight's very nicely, poised next to the king, but I might back it up just to hit the queen. No. And that looks to be a pretty significant mistake. It just lost a piece, right? Yep. So white had been doing remarkably well, but you got to be careful. All right. So and now there's that queen d4. We're expecting king h1, and then then rook e3 is going to come, and that's going to fork a queen and knight. That's not good. I just noticed this fork now. And that all this is possible because of the 17b4. Other than that, I mean, white was right in it. Let's see. Yep, he spots the fork. forking the queen and knight. So it looks like white's going to lose yet another piece. What would you do here as white? You want to be tricky in Blitz. Yet it's hard to be tricky now because you don't have, I mean, you just have queen, rook, rook. And none of them are in open files. Okay, create a threat. Good move, Ashwin. Because, I mean, you never know if your opponent's going to do a mouse slip or whatnot, and it's not worth it to give up in a blitz game. Strange things can happen. Now, I might just scoot my queen forward a square, and then scoot my rook forward a square, and that way everything's kind of teaming up on G2. Later on, you can, yep, and that's precisely what he does. I was gonna say you could also bring your knight in closer, but placing the rook on E2, so you got a rook and a queen teaming up on G2. Although, we have some there's something to be said about bringing the knight in as well, because you might be able to get a smothered mate kind of thing happening. If you get this rook to move over to G1 and your knight's here, then when the queen moves, your knight can go to F2 and say checkmate. And smothered mates are always nice. Let's see, is he going to play rook E2 or knight G4? Or something else? Rook E2, knight G4, or something else. Let's see. He plays something else. He goes for the trade of rooks. Bishop comes out. That gets rid of one defender. So if you get knight G4 and the queen leaves, you can get a back rank mate. You might not even take back. You could just play knight G4 and try and get the queen to move first. Because see, there are two things stopping the back rank mate right now. The back rank mate square right there. The queen and the rook. White's queen and rook are stopping that. And so you'd be okay losing your bishop. There's no problem right here. You just play knight G4, I think. Oh, he defends his bishop. I mean, which is also fine. No real need to, though. I think you go straight for the kill there with knight G4. And also white's down to 30 seconds, but I think they're going to get checkmated. They're just waiting. Again, they have to have the queen and rook guarding E1. Okay, so then queen takes, and that's what we call an in-your-ear mate. In-your-ear mate. Because the queen is in the king's ear. All right, let us see if we've got other games still going. No. Let's go here. Yeah. I hit games and it showed me games. Let's see, Jollification finish. You guys might remember Jollification beat me day one of the chess camp. We both were running very low on time, and he got it done a little bit faster than me. And it's our last game. Let's see him do a nice checkmate. It's the last game of round one. Let's see some good technique. I think kind of missing some of the technique here. He is very low on time, so we can... Alright, so you put the queen... There we go. Now you just bring the king down and then checkmate. There we go. Alright. Nicely done. Yeah, I was about to say, I was surprised he was missing some of the technique there. And then... and look at that. I didn't lose my games today. Ooh. You know what? Let's look at our top board because we've got Fucina and Jollification. Jollification is black, Fucina is white. We've got ourselves a Tory attack is white. An opening I know very well. So, interesting. I would, you know, when I play it, I play like E3 there. Now we're out of, well, we're definitely out of book on this. It was like a Tory attack and a Benoni. I don't know why I don't see my move lists. How do I see the game and not the move list? I don't want to click game. That would be... I would like to see the move list of this game. There it is. All right. I found it. All right. So the move list. Let's see how we got here. D4, knight f6. So, you know, a queen pawn and then a possible Indian and then the... like this early c5, kind of a Benoni kind of thing, and then bishop g5, a Tory attack to that. And then you get that interesting pawn push and the knight being out here. I like that Fucina's played a3 because it means this knight is going to have to like do a lot of relocating to try and... How do you get that? I mean, you got to go home is what you got to do. You don't just relocate, you're going to have to swing all the way around to try and get that black knight back into the game. Lines are closed. I'm expecting Jollification to Fianchetto's bishop and castle very soon. So bishop g7 and then castling. And then, oh, white castles kingside as well. Could have went either way. Kingside's the safer bet. Preparing to push the pawn, stopping the push. F4, very nice, very thematic against this pawn advancement. Let's see what we got here. Jollification needs to castle and then do a lot of maneuvering to get their knight back in the game. He's going to fianchetto the other bishop. I'm not sure he has enough time to do that. He's e5 is coming and he's still in the center. Very, very dangerous. Okay. Bishop a6. Minor surprise there, makes sense. Better sense than bishop b7, honestly. That was a good move. Yeah, I think that's the appropriate response. You certainly don't want to take. Now we see that the knight has circled all the way around, and Jollification is okay. He's even got an outpost for his knight now on e5. A very nice outpost. This bishop is very good. That bishop has to return home. Brian is doing the regular pawn storm. Jollification's going to get a rook into the file of Brian's king. This is a good match. Two guys that have given me difficulty on more than one occasion on our broadcasts are going head to head here, and this is fun to watch. This is fun to watch. Okay. Now this is Blitz, so the action stopped momentarily for black. What do you do to create? I think you're going to stack rooks in the G file, maybe. Maybe stack rooks in the G file. More, maybe reload this knight again. Come back to D7, and then he's going to stack rooks. Up. Wow. This is going to be an epic conclusion. Jellification's a little down on time, though, which is definitely going to be a factor. But he can triple stack. All right, he can even put the rook behind, have a third attacker. The problem is he will not be able to break through. He can get all the attackers he wants, but he cannot break through. Brian has that defended enough times because of this bishop, right? And then eventually, if all the queens and rooks come off, black would actually have a slight advantage because his bishop is on the opposite color of his pawn structure. And there's one trade of queens as a possibility. Certainly, I think you take with the rook here so white doesn't get a passed pawn. And now your rook's going to have to come back over to where the action is. Yep. And your king, if your jellification, your king can blockade the one passed pawn. Ooh, setting up the trades here. Gutsy move. Wow. Nicely done, Brian. Nicely done. That was a battle the way I expected it to be, though. That was a very, 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 very good game. Wow, what a pleasure to see that coming from two longtime members of the Daily Chess Musings community. That was an excellent game. Let us go to our... I like, chess.com's made some improvements to their menu options, and it's easier for me to do this than it's ever been. That's wonderful. Let's look at Chris Matamaran. We looked at Ashwin versus Ostapu. And this is an interesting game. Let us see what we got. I'm going to see how we got here, first of all. Let's click through the moves real... Okay, so it was 4 knights with a fork trick. And a lot of advancements on the king side. And then here we are. Black is up a pawn. But more than that, because of the active rook placement, whereas white's rooks are passively placed, both of black's rooks are in open files. No need to give away that pawn there, though. And now, interesting. Say check if the king... Yeah. See, all right. You don't want to lose your rook to a pin, right? Now come down to the 7th. No? Interesting. These pawns are easier targeted had the rook come down to the 2nd rank there, which we call the 7th in terms of black's perspective. That's what I was saying. Black won on time, but certainly looked like it was going to be a draw because black did not bring their rook down. Black had two active rooks. Let's see, right about, let's see, where were we? The action was so fast and my commentating was so, okay, here we are with the active rooks. Right here, let's see. Right here, you go to the 7th rank right away. You go to the 7th rank right away. You're willing to, that pawn's not even under attack yet, and you would be threatening this, and you can get a second rook in the 7th rank. And then they're in serious trouble. You get two, you know, both your rooks down here. I'm assuming white would defend once, and then you bring the second one down, and then you win this endgame. More than likely. All right, let's go back to our winter camp. And we are in the new round. Let's see what we got here. We have not looked at BS Rianch or Queen Bunny 1 yet. Let's take a look at them. I like to give every... Ooh, I know exactly what happened. This is a kind of a scholar's mate mistake, right? Let me be a little educational here. What you want to do first is defend this pawn. Then when they come and threaten scholar's mate, then you push to block. Then when they go there, you block with the queen or knight. But the way it happened here, whoa, look at all those arrows, Chris. Let me erase these arrows. That's confusing. Usually the arrows don't stick around for me. But I'm glad to have them. I'm just glad to have them rather than being arrowless. I hated being arrowless. Let's erase the arrows. All right, so what we had here was black hit the, and then you lose e5, and then you have this fork, right? So you got to play knight c6 before g6. You gotta do that. But this is, you know, this is right here. Yeah, knight f6 is probably best. I mean, you could try queen takes e4, but that is known losing. Not sure how king d8 helped the matter, especially now because the queen can just take the bishop. This bishop is just sitting there for free right now, right? Not sure why neither player is taking it. Again, queen takes f8, it's just sitting there. And missed again. So now, you know, do you want to move your queen back to defend that bishop? Probably, because that bishop's pinned, right? So it's probably your best bet. Especially now, yeah, you could hold down the fort a little bit, because this knight is defending the weak pawn for one. Oh, yep. That was moving the queen to the wrong square for sure. But this is how we learn. We're all here learning. And I'm going to go ahead and run a couple ads real fast. I will be right back. Let me see if I can run some nice ads. I'll be right back. And I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, "All those who want to learn chess are welcome here." Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons. In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simul's, group chess, and blitz games against me, Coach Chris. So what's the catch? There isn't one. I just want to give everybody the same opportunity to benefit from chess that I had as a child. For over 20 years, I have paved the way for the success of thousands of children regardless of their entry-level skill. By training with me, you will gain the valuable tools and skills needed to excel as a chess player, an extraordinary chess club experience with a top-tier instructor, the confidence and motivation necessary to surpass your chess goals and fast-track improvement.
Hey everybody, Shelby from American Chess Equipment. That's www.amchesseq.com. We're the official chess supplier of Daily Chess Musings. Now, if you're a tournament chess player or just need some for the home, check out our new clocks here. This is our Bobby Fischer chess clock made by DGT. It's the DGT North American, just with different colors and way better instructions. Now, if you really want a high-end chess clock, your kid wants a Chronos, but they're hard to find, or Chronoses are impossible to use. What you really want is you want the VTech. The VTech is something designed by me, Shelby Lorman, for the tournament chess player. It's easy enough for people my age, I'm in my 40s, to use. You don't have to hand it off to an 8-year-old to get set. If you want something really cool, we can do customization for you. We can customize clocks, we can customize boards, we can customize scorebooks. If your kid has a habit of losing stuff and you're sick of replacing chess equipment, check out our items here. Now, if your kid has a habit of losing his chess clock, this is something that we can do for you that nobody else can. It looks like a normal, everyday, high-end chess clock, right? Now, let's flip this around. You can see it's got my face on it and everything else. This is a vinyl ink that's very hard to come off. So even if your kid loses it, nobody's going to be able to keep it. Something really nice for the house, you gotta check out our wood sets and boards right here. Now, if you want something nice for the house, I'd recommend something like this. This is our 20-inch pedestal board with our Zagreb set. Let me get this set up for you. Are we the end-all be-all for chess equipment? Maybe not. But we support Scholastic Chess, especially here in Southern California. And if there's anything you need, even if I don't sell it, I can help you find wherever you need to go. So, remember, American Chess Equipment, www.amchesseq.com for all your chess needs.
Hi, I am James Eade of the Eade Foundation. Who am I and what is the Eade Foundation? That's the subject of this video today. I am a chess player from way back when I was in high school. I would win adult tournaments as well as high school scholastic type of tournaments. I got very good. I could even challenge grandmasters and I could fight them. But I wasn't really as good as most of them. So I started to do other things. I would write chess books, for example. I wrote countless articles, 5 total chess books. And I did a lot of other things like organizing international master tournaments, grandmaster tournaments, various tournaments of various types, FIDE Futurities, that sort of thing. And I did a lot of chess. And in 2018, the United States Chess Federation gave me the Outstanding Career Achievement Award. So that's a little bit about me. But what about the EAT Foundation? What's the EAT Foundation? The EAT Foundation was started to help build communities through chess. Chess is what I did. Chess is what I knew. This is the way I could help other people. And by sharing what I had, the resources that I had with those who did not have those resources, I felt that I could make a contribution to society, however incremental it was. It was a contribution. And so I found that this was pretty successful. And it was successful because I would get things like this. These are children in Uganda. These are orphans in Uganda sending me a happy birthday message. And I would get, the Divine Chess Academy was one example. They had to make boards out of the paper. And so I could send them real sets and boards so they could have resources to play. I helped in Zambia, South Africa, and other places. And this is what the EAT Foundation does. We help seniors too. Senior centers can start up and hold, because if we know that if they hold chess tournaments or chess clubs and start them, people keep their minds active. And even though it may not prevent something, a devastating thing like dementia or Alzheimer's, it can delay the onset of symptoms. So this is part of what the EAT Foundation does. The EAT Foundation also has the Arthur Award. The Arthur Award is given for chess excellence. Someone writes an essay every year, and this year's winner was Alexi Root from the University of Texas at Dallas. So these are some of the things that the EAT Foundation does. Help players, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what country you're from, become part of the chess community. And if you're part of the community, you're never alone. So visit us for more videos on the Chess Files, Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you then, because until then, let's stay connected, be part of a community. You'll never be alone.
Can you move your leg? Ding, ding, dong. Good job! High five!
The game of chess is a beautiful game because you get to be the king. You get to command an entire army of chess figures. You are in charge. In life, you may not get to make all the decisions yet. In chess, you get to make all the decisions.
Hey, I'm Coach Jay, and I'm glad you're checking out the tournament today and having a great time. I'd like to tell you a little bit about something I've been doing lately. It's called Chess Hoots. And Chess Hoots is a combination of your favorite game and my favorite game, chess, and Kahoot, which I think a lot of you guys have probably been doing in your school and things like that. But putting chess and Kahoot together, it creates Chess Hoots. And every so often we have Chess Hoots parties where everybody comes together and we have all kinds of fun chess questions. And as you know from playing Kahoot, you can track your scores, see how you're doing against everybody else. There's a lot of fun. Some questions are worth double. Some questions you have to put things in the right order. And it's just a lot of great fun, even with background music too. So I hope you enjoy Chess Hoots and join me the next time we have a Kahoot Chess Hoots party. I'll check you later.
Anyone who has followed this channel for a while has seen how FIDE Master James Eade has contributed so much to the success of many of our players and to the Daily Chess Musings community as a whole. Now, wouldn't it be nice to give back to the Eade Foundation as a thank you for all the time, talent, and money he has donated for our benefit? Well, great news! It's never been easier. The Eade Foundation has partnered with Dollar Store to receive a share of the money DollarStore.com makes from chess players buying their products. We all know the Dollar Store is a place to buy quality products at inexpensive prices. Plus, now when you use the discount code CHESS, your purchase will help the Eade Foundation promote chess literacy and chess excellence globally. Let me add that helping your community is a wonderful opportunity for individual growth. So today I am calling on the Daily Chess Musings community to change their shopping habits just a little bit so that we can support the greater chess community through the Eade Foundation. And we are back live, I think. I hope I did that right. Okay, we are... my name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. We are watching the free winter break chess camp tournament. And let's get right back to it. We've got 3 games left in round 4. And let's see. Who haven't we seen a lot of? We haven't seen a lot of Krish Matamaran and Lucy Yohio. And their game just finished, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and look at the whole game so we see it nice. I had to take a momentary break from the broadcast because I got a very important a phone call. A family member had been injured, and I wanted to see what the results were. All right, so we've got ourselves an Italian game, Italian 4 knights. Nothing wrong there. And then this bishop d4 move, and not the best spot for the bishop. I mean, the knight is the thing that wants to really go in there, and you know, better would have been, say, you know, something like this. And let's see, let's continue on. Doop 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 doop. And then d5 taken to center square, certainly something to be said about that. But maybe g5 first would have been better, and then d5, because see, this knight is still pinned here, right? So pawn takes, and that's not going to be the best choice there. Instead, hang on. Let me go back. I'm using the fantastic analysis features that chess.com has available to members. It's really a good system of analysis. And what I was saying was, instead of ex d5, what was best? Let's see. Yeah, f4. Creating more tension, but creating this threat of capturing, attacking, and attacking a pin piece, and getting the rook in the game. White could definitely win some material there. Now that looks very tempting, very tempting. But there is another a thing worth capturing here, right? The center pawn. Black's king is very uncomfortable now. Um, and that's going to not be such a great move. Let's see if White capitalizes on this, and they do. There you go. See that's how it's done, because you're going to end up winning the e5 pawn, and then some. And now White's got it easy from here. Yeah. Um, so, I mean, Black, you played a fine game. You just got a little messed up there, right at the very end. In fact, right about there. I think you had a much better move. Let's see what the best choice there would have been. Yeah, immediately Queen H7, and Black would be fine. Black would be fine. Instead, they made some mistakes, ended up losing this, and then some more material. All right, let me get back to the tournament if I can navigate that. I kind of messed up going into this, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hang on. Yeah, I messed up. Well, you know, when I... hang on. Here we go. I closed the window. For those of you at home who didn't know how I got back to the tournament, I just closed the window. All right, so let's see. Let's see jollifications and rocks. This should be a good game. This should be a good one. Final round action. Again, sorry I missed some moves there. Like I said, it was a very important phone call. Had to run the ads. But luckily, it had to do with my father, and his X-rays came back good. So that was good news. He had an accident yesterday. And of course, my father has been a very important figure in my life. My father taught classical guitar at Ohlone College in Fremont for over 50 years. He just recently retired. And growing up, he would play a lot of chess with me. He's the guy who taught me how to play chess. And I had asthma as a child, and really bad grass allergies. So the two together sidelined me from my favorite activity, which would have been playing baseball. And so because I couldn't play baseball in the spring, you know, my dad and I would play some fun chess together. And of course, we did a lot of music too. And years later, as an adult, I started the Torrey's Chess and Music Academy, which was a nonprofit for about 15 years until I got sick with COVID and had to close that down. So the two activities that my father would do with me, I ended up doing as a livelihood professionally. And that is a brutal. We just saw a brutal tactic there. I lost my train of thought for a moment, but yeah, see this? The queen and king are on the same diagonal, and then kapowie zowie. Here's a fork. Very nice. So Black should win this game now, but stranger things have happened in Blitz, so we're gonna watch. So jollification has some hope here. If this, for example, if this rook were to somehow move out of the 8th rank, jollification's rook could come down and say, checkmate. It's that opera house mate. Bishop and rook combining, just like they did in Paul Morphy versus Duke of Brunswick Count Isouard at the Paris Opera House, which is why we call it an opera house mate. So if I'm black, I might just spend a tempo when I have a chance to create a luft for my king. See, you don't want to allow, your opponent to have chances to win. When I'm behind, like white is here, I ask myself, how are you going to win this, Chris? How are you going to win this game? It's a very good question. It gives me a lot of answers for winning possibilities. And as black, it's I would be asking myself, how could you lose this game? What do you know? And then you look and you shut down those possibilities. See, there still is a possibility. Now the rook has to move away from the F file, which takes away a possibility. So probably rook G1 here. And I guess this rook is now planning to come down, right? And load up on the 7th rank, but jollification will have both weak pawns protected. So let's... Oh, of course, yeah, come all the way down, force the trade of rooks. Now it's a queen versus a bishop. Yeah, that's much better than forming a battery in the 7th rank. I would have come up with that next, for sure. All right, so what you're hoping for here, well, I mean, if you're black, it's pretty obvious. You're just going to advance your pawn, boom, boom, boom. If you're white, it's a little tough to even try and figure something out because the queen is on a light square and you have a dark bishop. So you can't even do like sometimes threatening a queen from a backward diagonal. So what you got to do now as white is try for the stalemate, in my opinion. But you got that. This is going to be hard now because you got all these free pawns. And now there was the forking move to take that, but this works too. There's a check. See, that would have been a fork a moment ago. Yeah. Then if they take, so you want to try and hide in here as white, and then hope that this pins your G pawn. But now that you got to get your pawn stuck or traded off. It's very, very much not likely to end in a stalemate, but I still, I artfully find stalemates all the time in my games. But very nicely done. Rocks. 4 points. Jollification. Good tournament. 3 points. I think this was the last round, right? This is round 5. Let's see the last, and then we'll look at the final standings. So let's look at Queen Bunny and Ostapo. And it certainly looks like Ostapo has this one in hand. But again, as long as Queen Bunny has her or his queen, then you got yourself a real problem. So you want to, maybe as black, figure out a way to trade. Again, you ask yourself, how am I going to win this? How am I going to lose this? Oh, and of course the clock also works, right? Ostapo wins on the clock. Let us go back to another one and see. Tournament is over, and Fucina won first place. Ostapo. Let me see the standings here. Well, they all are given first place in that thing. That's silly. The standings at the end of the tournament were not quite right. Let me look. All right, here we've got the correct standings now. The ones at chess.com popped up momentarily were not correct. Fucina got 5 out of 5, so perfect score. Very nice, Brian. Rox got 4 out of 5. Excellent score. Rox, all the way from India. And then we had Ostapo from the Ukraine with 3 out of 5. And Jollification, of course, from the United States with 3 out of 5. And Krish Matamaran came in at 3 out of 5. Nice finish, Krish. This was a huge tournament for you to end up tied with Jollification and Ostapo. Those guys are talented players for sure. Thank you, everybody who participated, not just in the tournament, but in the camp. Remember, New Year's Eve, on New Year's Eve, I am running a event. Let me look at it real fast. Unfortunately, I have the free winter camp advertised right now, but not the New Year's Eve. Let's see if I can do something real cool here. I'll probably mess things up. Let's see. That's the... I'm looking at my image slideshow. I want to change the image. This is very tricky. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, apparently I can't. All right. Oh, nope, I don't want to change anything. I just want to close this. Hello? It's okay. Just close. All right. Let me go to dailychessmusings.com real fast, because I want to discuss our upcoming New Year's Blitz Chess Extravaganza. And there it is. It is December 31st, 4 to 7 p.m. 4 to 7 p.m. on December 31st. That's Pacific time. $300 in prizes. $300 in prizes. Go and register at dailychessmusings.com. Don't miss out on the fun. New Year's Eve. And with that, this is the end of the... I would like to... Let's see. I'm playing around with my windows instead of... yeah. Sometimes I'm better at multitasking than others. Right now is not one of those times. I was just trying to get it a little more centered so it looked better at the end of the broadcast. That might be more centered. That's much better. Not perfectly centered, but much better. All right, so the New Year's Eve. Let me get the top. Wow, Chris. I'm a little tired today. I'm a little tired. The New Year's Eve Blitz Chess Extravaganza, free online Blitz tournament, December 31st. The last few hours of 2021. We're going to say goodbye to 2021, hello to 2022. But make the last tournament of 2021 the New Year's Blitz Extravaganza, brought to you by Daily Chess Musings. Go to dailychessmusings.com, sign up. I will be your host. I will be Mr. Dick Clark for this tournament, and it's free. You could get $300 in prizes. It's 3 tournaments in a row, just like what we did here. 5 minutes on each side of the clock. It's free. You play, you sign up for the tournament, you get 1 raffle ticket. Every time you win, you get an additional raffle ticket. So let's say you sign up for the first tournament at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and you win 3 games. You would have 4 tickets just from that tournament. Then you sign up for the next tournament, and you do the same thing. That's 4 more raffle tickets. So on and so forth. At the end of the evening, I have a live drawing and give away over $300 in prizes. We do gift cards for the let me see here. Gift cards for why? Musings merchandise. There we go. I'm losing my mind here. American chess equipment. So you click this link, and you see all this good stuff. Look at all the neat stuff you could earn. Just by participating. You could get these Bobby Fischer Zagreb chess pieces, some money toward that. I mean, there's a lot of neat stuff at American Chess Equipment. Shelby's a good friend of mine. He runs it. And yeah, that would be pretty fun. So join us. Come join us on New Year's Eve for the Daily Chess Musings New Year's Eve Blitz Chess Extravaganza. Thank you again, everybody who participated in our winter chess camp and the tournaments. You guys make it all worthwhile. And my name is Chris Torres. Please give this video a like and subscribe to our Daily Chess Musings channel. I will see you guys later. Whoops, I didn't want to start that. I don't even know what that is. Let me see if I can find. Why can't I find my YouTube?